can begin your demo now.
Hey, what's up, team? Welcome back to my short form podcast I just started. This is episode 2. My podcast is called An Axe to Grind because apparently I do have one to grind. And I want to talk about the double-edged sword of fitness in the modern world for men. Now, the importance of fitness for overall health and well-being. This is really important, especially in today's day and age where men are increasingly fatter, more obese, more lethargic, more prone to sit all day long. In economic downturns, which we see, you may have noticed there is an abundance of pubs, breweries, and where I live in California, marijuana is illegal. Recreational drugs are illegal. So it's not good for the overall health of men. And to counter that, I've seen a rise on social media in men's podcasts where guys talk about MGTOW or MGTOW, or men going their own way, as a total rejection of men and their role in culture. And most of this comes from the alienation that men are facing on a whole, and a rejection because the traditional gender role of a man has changed so much that people are feeling left behind, especially young guys. There is an increase in suicide for young men, and drug use, and divorce, and it's not good. And the current state of things, from my perspective, because I know men that have gone through this, we live in a female empowered world where it only takes one accusation to ruin a career, one bad comment, one misunderstood pass, and it's sexual assault. You're canceled, your career's ruined, you'll never see the kids, and you're losing half in the divorce. So guys have had enough, and they're just kind of done with it. I'm lucky, I'm blessed, I'm married, I have a great wife. I really feel like that's not by accident, though. I have traditional values. I was raised a Christian. I am a practicing Christian. I have traditional American values, and I believe in traditional gender roles. And I believe that we were created by God and a higher power, and the original intent for us was to be a man and a woman. And we both have our jobs to do. They're not better. One's not better than the other. They're both equal, and they support each other. A woman's role as a wife is just as important as a man's role as a husband. And in today's day, it's okay that both people have to work and are the breadwinner. I just read recently that men's role as a breadwinner has gone down. Now, some guys might have a problem with that. Personally, I don't. We both work full time, and we support our son, and we have a roof and food and shoes and clothes, and we have all our body parts, and we don't have any degenerative diseases. So we are blessed. Okay, I know not everyone has that, but I really feel like the more you stray and try to redefine that sort of role, you make life harder on yourself. So guys, if you're listening, try to find yourself a traditional wife. Try to find yourself a good job that you can stably bring in income, and then just be a good guy, be a good husband, be a good father. And if you are having problems in the female power-centered, divorce, legal battle, kid struggle, just do your best, okay? Don't get addicted to drugs. Don't do alcohol. And you've got to work out, eat good, train yourself, read, get a hobby. Guys need a hobby, a job, and a girl to love, and to love them back. And then a kid. Guys, American guys too, especially American born, you got to have kids. We have a child shortage. So please, if you're a smart, intelligent man, I tell all my guy friends, guys, go have kids, especially the smart ones. They're career-centered. Most of the ones who don't want kids, that's fine, but we need kids. Okay, we're having a population collapse. If you've looked into that at all, that's a big concern. The world is not overpopulated. Okay, so guys, you got to get into health, fitness, philosophy, reading, get a hobby, get a girl, stick to your role. Don't let these crazy people out here redefine that for you, confuse you. You're a man, act like a man. Okay, you need to work out. It's for your own good. Men need to work out. Be strong. Okay, you deserve it. Go discover it. Go discover weightlifting, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, boxing, something traditional like that. Just go for it. Okay. Men's fitness today is kind of strange because we have extreme fitness on the internet and social media, and most of that is absolute crap. Okay. I was going to mention V-Shred today. He pops up every day for me. YouTube, Instagram, me, based on the algorithm. I'm a trainer, I'm a coach. I see this guy all the time, and it's kind of weird, but one of my most popular videos on YouTube is me talking about V-Shred and how 70% of what he says is the truth and about 10% is a lie. Or it's the reverse. 70% is a lie and 10% is the truth. Okay, so these people are charlatans. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They just want money. They look sexy. They look handsome. That's how these people operate. They sell you a program. They sell you this false idea that you're going to get shredded in 30 days. It's not going to happen. You're probably not going to ever look like him. Okay? Body dysmorphia is huge too because of social media. Unrealistic goals and views of how you think you should look. And then the push in the youth to do steroids, performance enhancing drugs, taking weird toxic supplements to make your body react a certain way, when in reality, guys, these things are not healthy for you at all. Okay, you need to do a traditional strength training program. Stick to the basics. Like I said earlier, get a hobby, do a sport, jiu-jitsu, boxing, taekwondo, archery, HEMA, which is historical European martial arts. There's so many options. A bowling league, okay? Camaraderie and a hobby and a sport all combined with the martial arts, okay? And when I say martial arts, I don't just mean jiu-jitsu and karate, obviously, because I like to practice the sword and the bow. Okay, so let's see. A rise in extreme fitness culture, high intensity workouts, competitive nature of fitness among men. Competitiveness is okay. Okay, competitiveness breeds an edge. It helps you stay sharp. Iron sharpens iron. High intensity training, I have seen that rising up in a trend. No joke, I've been doing high intensity training myself. I did it for two reasons. One, time constraints, and two, I was tired of working out 4 or 5 days a week and not ever really seeing results. And I can say, yeah, I'm getting results. It's good. Mike Mincer was sort of the progenitor of high intensity training in the 70s. If you don't know who he is and you're interested, do a Google search or check him out on YouTube. Hit Bear on YouTube is a good channel to check out. He does lots of Mike Mincer stuff. And then there is John Little has a channel as well, and he wrote a book with Mike on high intensity heavy duty training. I like the program. I've gotten stronger every workout. It sounds weird doing one workout every 4 to 7 days, but guys, the bigger the hole you dig when you train, you overload the nervous system and the muscle. You got to repair. It takes time, and if you give yourself adequate time to repair, you have a full recovery before your next workout. And it's better for you, okay, than high intensity CrossFit or extreme conditioning, which I used to do too. And you know what? That got me injuries, sprained ankles, torn muscles. I know some people have gotten rhabdomyolysis from that. CrossFitters are susceptible to that. Those types of injuries will sideline your training forever, and then you'll never be the same. I tore this. You might be able to see that little web, kind of. Anyway, it took me about 1.5 years to rehab that. I went from benching 235 on December 26th of 2018, and I barely got up 205 on an incline today. So it's taken a while, and it's given me some perspective too, because I used to do a bodybuilding high volume program, and I did get some size, but following a bodybuilding diet, being sort of an overweight chunky guy, and I've always sort of been over 10% body fat ever since I was a kid. I struggle with that. Fat loss has always sort of been a goal, and the bodybuilding method of dieting with the 6 meals a day and the protein all the time to stay anabolic, it's counterintuitive if you're trying to lose weight. If you want to lose body fat, you have to do what? You got to be in a deficit. So to be in a deficit, you have to eat less calories than you need to maintain your size. Now, if you're fat, or you're over fat, or you have insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome, you can't eat all the time, because you're going to spike your blood sugar, and your insulin's going to go up. If insulin's present in the blood, your body is not going to prioritize using fatty acids and ketones for fuel. It's going to use sugar, okay? So if your blood sugar's high, and you're already fat, and you're eating 6 meals a day, you're keeping your insulin up, and your blood sugar spiked all day long, okay? You're never going to lose fat that way. Even if you're in a deficit, it's going to be really difficult. You might shrink, but you'll stay fat, so the body composition will not be optimal, and you'll notice it, because if you've ever gone on a diet where you've been in a big deficit and you didn't lift weights and you didn't keep your protein up, you've noticed that you just got skinny fat, right? You shrank and you lost muscle and bone, mostly, but you still look soft, right? So we don't want that. And getting off the bodybuilding diet and actually starting intermittent fasting over 1 year ago, I lost about 25 to 30 pounds of just fat, okay? Now for me, a little personal history, when I was a kid, I didn't go through puberty like a normal guy. So my parents opted to give me testosterone in like 4th grade. Did it work? Yeah. I got hairy legs and hairy everything in 4th grade. My testicles dropped. My voice started to deepen. All these things. It worked. I didn't have to have surgery. Thank God. However, the urologist I was seeing passed away. Okay? And when I was a kid, we didn't have the internet. So there was no way for me to do self-research or connect in a bodybuilding forum or Google my condition, and I developed gynecomastia, okay, which is deposit of breast tissue on a man, because my estrogen went up to counter that test, because my natural test was non-existent. And if you stop supplementing with test, the estrogen is going to go up to meet, and then your hormones are out of whack. And so that happened. So then in middle school, in high school, my genetic predisposition from my family was already that we were going to be fat. People have heart disease. People are overweight, high blood sugar, insulin resistance, and then coming from Texans and Okies, our diet was beans and potatoes and meat and corn on the cob and bread rolls. Okay, so it was destined to be a car wreck for me. Couple that with I'm an artist and a video game addict since the 90s, so I sat, I ate crap, I just drew all day, or I played video games. I was not athletic. It was not good. Okay, so needless to say, my body was totally fucked, and I had man boobies. It was terrible. Some of the worst teasing I could have ever suffered. So that really, I've never forgot that. And the teasing that I was under in school was just out of control. So that's kind of part of the drive, what led me into where I'm at now. Okay, and I don't have that at all now, thank God. But it took a long time, and it took a lot of patience and will and perseverance, and those fat deposits, they went away, okay, for two reasons. I boosted my test. My test went up anyway. That's why I'm bald. This is a sign of high testosterone, okay? Has nothing to do with wearing hats. You wear a hat because you're going to get sunburned on your scalp. And then, exercise. But it didn't matter how much chest workout I did on a bodybuilding program because I was still fat. You see what I'm saying? So if you keep your blood sugar high, it doesn't matter how much you work out. You're just going to have bigger chest with fat on the outside. So you have to prioritize losing the fat, guys. So if you have chi-chis and you don't like that and you don't like how fat you are, keep working out, but be in a deficit and don't eat like a bodybuilder, okay? You got to work out like a bodybuilder and you got to take performance enhancing drugs if you want to do that. If you're not doing that, then do not eat like them, okay? I want you to do the soldier diet, 1 meal a day. And I did 1 meal a day for 2 months. I'm currently doing it again right now. I've lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks, okay? I lost 30 pounds of fat in 2 months. It was June to November. I got to 175. I'm currently at 180 right now from 189 2 weeks ago. It's phenomenal. It's good for your body too, okay? I have more videos about intermittent fasting on my channel if you want to check those out, okay? So high intensity training, 2 thumbs up. I give it 2 thumbs up. I think you should try it out. Mike Minzer was a genius. If you listen to his lectures on John Little's channel or Hit Bear, read his book. He lays it out. He's no bullshit. He was smart as hell. He did take performance enhancing drugs, but the logic and the reasoning behind what he was doing was there. Steroids were different then, okay? And be in a deficit, eat under your calorie, use his nutrition macro profiles, 25 to 30% protein, 40 to 50% carbs, and the rest fat. Okay, I know that sounds crazy because all the low carb keto people are like, oh, carbohydrates, oh, high protein. You don't need as much protein as you think you do. Okay, and carbs are not your enemy; they're your friend. So high intensity training, I give it 2 thumbs up. Give it a go. Just be careful, and if you have to do 1 or 2 warm-up reps or sets before you hit the max load, go for it, and then be okay with 1 to 2 good solid reps. You can watch my videos that I made about my journey doing high intensity. Today was week 5 actually, and I had a great workout, and I finished in 25-30 minutes. So high intensity, go for it, guys, but stay away from the high intensity CrossFit and extreme conditioning. You're gonna hurt yourself. Okay, don't do that. Take care of yourself. Let's see. Potential risks of extreme fitness. We already covered that. Injury. Yeah, you can injure yourself. I sprained my ankle. I ruptured I didn't rupture it. I damaged the valve in an artery in my leg. Okay. Bodybuilding, high volume, doing calves, inappropriate volume, weight, as much as possible was the idea I had in my head. Dangerous, okay? Now I have this huge varicose vein on my right leg that I have to deal with for the rest of my life. A varicose vein like that, it's a workaround. Your body did a workaround to help you out. I also sprained the ankle on that same foot, so I had a problem with that, and when I was doing the bodybuilding diet, not only did I have to deal with that vein, but I had swollen, inflamed ankles all the time. And that was from chronic high blood sugar, too much sodium. I was eating meat all the time, meat cereal from chalk, which is good in a way, but not good at all because, guys, processed meat has so much salt, okay? Peanuts and stuff, too much salt. And there's salt in everything, so you got to be careful. So that, and combined with standing at my desk job, it wasn't good. The inflammation was out of control for over a year until I started intermittent fasting. I also have dropped my sodium intake, and I fast 18 to 20 hours a day now. I am on high blood pressure medication right now, lisinopril, I believe it's called, 10 milligram dose. In November of last year, I had high blood pressure. I went to the gym one day, it was 163/90. It's terrible. Thought I was going to die. Couple factors. Caffeine all day. Pre-workout, every workout. Workout 5 days a week. sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, get up and do it every day. I also smoked weed. I had a problem. I struggled with that since college. I went to art school, a liberal arts school in Venice, California. What do you expect? I lived in Long Beach. Everybody smoked pot there. When it became legal, I thought, this is great. It was actually terrible. It was a terrible idea for California to do that. And the stuff they have now is not like the stuff we had 20 years ago. It's genetically modified toxic poison. And guys, every time you vape or smoke, your blood vessels constrict, okay? And when you take a pre-workout with caffeine, your blood vessels constrict, okay? So then if you take a pre-workout that has caffeine, they constrict, and a vasodilator, if a pump, it opens. Well guys, your veins are going to open when you're working out anyway. So high blood pressure from lack of sleep, too much caffeine, and then vaping or smoking weed, and then I would go to the gym and exercise stoned and caffeinated out of my mind, okay? Terrible combination, terrible. Thankfully, I've got it under control. I've been sober 5.5 months now. I haven't touched weed all year. I broke that after a men's retreat with my brothers from my church. Went on a men's group. Everybody had their own problems. A lot of us had struggled with drugs. Power of Christ. Good traditional values. Spirituality was the only thing that got me out of that hole. Okay, my blood pressure now sits around 122 over 80, 85. Actually, good news. My watch just told me this week that my average heart rate walking is lower when I do my walks, because I walk all the time. So that's great. Okay. So guys, quit doing drugs. Stop doing weed. Stop smoking cigarettes. Stop drinking the alcohol. Limit the alcohol. I'll say limit the alcohol. I do enjoy a beer once in a while, but be careful of your body. Listen to your body. Be careful of the inflammation. Be careful of the salt. Okay. You can get injured. You can fuck your veins up. You can mess your valves up. You can mess up your heart. You can mess up your brain. Okay. You can have a stroke. You can pinch a nerve. You can break a bone. Okay. So high intensity stuff, be very careful. Train safely, right? As a personal trainer, safety is our utmost #1 priority. Stress and body image issues. I mean, yeah, you're going to have that. Stress, working out is a stress. So to train efficiently, you have to remove stress from your external life. So you need to make sure that you tell your circle that you have intent to do this and that you do not need extra stress. You got to isolate and avoid people that are going to bring toxic behavior, low vibration into your realm. Okay? Be very specific with who you allow into your circle. Okay? Be selfish about that, because this is your only life that we know of that you're going to get. Okay? You get one chance. Body image issues, fuck social media. Okay? Stop posting for likes. Stop trying to get a six-pack. Doesn't matter. Most of those people are fake. They take drugs, Photoshop. Okay? I want you to work out for health. I want you to work out for physicality, for strength, for your job to be athletic, to have a good time with your kids, and to enjoy the vibrancy and strength that the human body is capable of. Okay? It's harder to live weak and try to gain strength than it is to train weekly and be strong. Okay? It's easier to exercise than it is to be crippled and or old and to the point to where you cannot walk without a walker. Okay? And I train seniors and I train adults that have these issues. It's much more difficult to be unfit and disabled. Okay? Not to offend anybody that's abled or disabled, but it's harder for these people to live than it is for you who are able-bodied to live and exercise. Okay? So moving is a privilege. Exercise is a privilege. So if you're capable of walking, talking, running, jumping, jogging, if you can sit down and stand up without a cane or a walker, you are blessed. Okay? So do what you can to make sure that your body's healthy, and exercise, guys. Exercise. You owe it to yourself. Yeah. So you're going to increase your physical health, your mental well-being, and then you're going to gain camaraderie. Find a good group of guys you can work out with. Go join a gym that has a style of training that you like. Join a class. Okay? If you need to go to a class, do that. Find a group of girls. Maybe you're a girl and you're watching this, I don't know. But guys, go find somebody you can work out with. Get a partner. Get a coach. I have an online app. Join my app. Come to my team. Train with me. Okay? I can help you. I can be there for you. You're only as good as the boat you're in, right? And you've heard that you're the sum total of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Well, stop hanging out with losers who do drugs and drink and party all the time, and start hanging out with people that read and do philosophy and have a hobby, painting, somebody who's into mathematics, computer science, and bodybuilding, okay? Fishing, hunting, something, jiu-jitsu. Guys, community is important. And men, you cannot live as a lone wolf, okay? You need help. That's why men have tribes. So become an alpha and create a tribe, or find a tribe, okay? Find a community that you can get to, that can help you out. Keep sane. You got to do it, you know. Boys meeting at the bar to drink. No. Boys meeting at the bar to lift. Yeah. Okay. So, I feel like we kind of touched on high intensity, extreme fitness, body image issues, society, you know, throwing these terrible things into your face and making you feel like shit. You know, I think we hit all that. How do I focus on moderation and self-awareness and importance of realistic goals? I train every week. I train for myself. I train for my son. I train for health. I have personal issues, like I said, of varicose vein. I had high blood pressure. So my training motivation is external and internal. It's physical, but it's also internal. I want to live long. I want to be fit. I want to look statuesque. I want to have muscle. I want to be athletic. I want to be able to function well. I've seen the other side. I've seen the end of life for some folks, okay? It can be good and it can be bad. And you have so much control now while you're younger that I wish for you to find a reason to train, find intent, create your space, and then just go do it, okay? Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Maybe your wife and kids. But do it for yourself, okay? It's going to help your mental health. You're going to have goals no matter what. If work sucks, if life sucks, if you feel like crap, if you didn't get that job, if you lost on Call of Duty, whatever, you can always go to the gym. You can always train. You get some endorphins. You get pumped up, right? You know you did something good, and it feels good to do that, guys. You feel good about it, so go do it. Grab a good pair of headphones. Get yourself a nice pair of shoes. Get a cool shirt. Get yourself a gym shaker cup, and just go for it, okay? Get a gym membership at a gym that you like to be at. Find your group. Find your community. Get in the right boat. Forget social media. Forget the 6-packs. All that stuff is crap, okay? You don't need it. You got everything you need right here inside of you. Okay, guys, I think that's all I got to say on this topic. So, high intensity, 2 thumbs up. Social media fitness, 2 thumbs down. Body image issues, stay off the social media. Train for yourself. Find a group, get a community, find a group of guys. Camaraderie is important. Get a hobby, find yourself a traditional girl, and then go get strong, guys. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos if you want, and stay tuned for episode 3.